Welcome back to the Productivity Podcast, where I give you a daily productivity tip so you can get the most out of your time, your talent, and your ideas. I'm your host, Brandon White. Here we go. Ever looked at a task, confidently slapped a 30 minutes estimate on it, only to be staring at it 2 hours later, bleary-eyed and bewildered? You've fallen victim to the infamous planning fallacy. Today, we're explaining what it is, how it happens, and giving you a plan to make sure it doesn't happen again so you can estimate more accurately. The planning fallacy is a human tendency to systematically underestimate the time it takes to complete tasks. We forget the unexpected glitches, underestimate the complexity, and ignore past experiences where things took longer. It's a cognitive bias that plagues students, professionals, and even seasoned project managers. Here's a few examples of the planning fallacy just as a reminder. Thinking a quick email will take 5 minutes only to get sucked into a reply rabbit hole that takes an hour. Thinking you have time to take that quick shower and grab breakfast before that morning Zoom meeting. Planning a relaxing weekend that turns into a whirlwind of errands and chores that were only going to take 5 minutes. Estimating a project will be done in a month only to realize it needs double that time. Writing a paper that you had in your head and thought you'd be done by 4 p.m., only to find yourself still working on it at midnight. We've all been there. The good news is that research shows that you can overcome it. A research paper titled Timers of Tomorrow, Self-Serving Biases in the Allocation of Time, published in the Journal of Behavioral Decision-Making, offers this protocol. Break down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Each step gets its own time estimate, and then you add up the total. Factor in buffers. Add 20 to 50% extra time onto your initial estimate. Think unexpected interruptions, emails, and all the regular things you still have to get done in addition to this project. Seek outside perspectives. Ask friends, colleagues, or experts for their time estimates. They might spot things you missed and or have experience doing that task. Hearing it from another person gets you outside of your own biases as well. And lastly, track your past performance. Review how long similar tasks actually took and use this data to inform future estimates. It's very important to keep these records and look back because you will convince yourself it took shorter. Trust me. Remember, nobody's immune to the planning fallacy, but by being aware of it and using these tips, you can reclaim your time and stop feeling like life is constantly running late. Your move. Hey, real quick before you go, please remember to hit follow on your podcast player. You won't miss any episodes, and it helps support us bring you the show daily. Thanks for listening. We'll talk tomorrow.